Hello and welcome to this week's Women's Football Chat. My name is Chris Gadsby. I'm here every Thursday at 6 p.m. bringing you the very latest from the third and fourth tiers of women's football here in England. That's the FA Women's National League. Now, this week's show is exclusively the second round draw of this year's summer knockout tournament. But before we get into it, I'd just like to build upon the statement I put out last night concerning the first round. It appears as though on Sunday the polls, for whatever reason, froze. They stopped registering votes. Have no idea why. No Twitter support, no help at all. I was hoping that they would start updating again. They didn't. I was hoping they'd update when the polls finished and that the votes that had been cast that for some reason didn't count would then count. That didn't happen either. So really, I was left with a couple of options. Either kind of do the draw again and hope that the polls work this time, but there was no guarantee that they would. So do that first round again. No guarantee the polls would work. No guarantee the results would necessarily be the same, particularly on the teams that had landslides. And also, obviously, after the polls froze, there was no guarantee that the team that was behind when the polls froze would turn it around and go in front. It's not an ideal situation. Nobody, I think, is more gutted than I am after the success of last year's tournament and building up to it this year and really looking forward to doing it, that it's just not come off in the way I would have liked this year. Option 2 was to do what I've had to do, which is take the only data I've got and continue with the knockout, which is what we're doing. Is only a bit of fun in the end of at the end of the day as well, of course. So advice really in round 2, get votes in early just in case things go wrong. If I do notice that things are going wrong with this round, then I will have to look at either stopping the tournament until I can figure out a way of doing it, or I do have a slight backup plan, which would sort of involve going back to round 1 and then jumping straight from the round of 64 to the round of 16 and using a different polling system like on different websites in order to do it. But yes, incredibly disappointing. Very sorry to sides who feel that they've missed out because of that, particularly last year's defending champions Cheshire, who were about 50 votes behind Notts County when these votes finished. Notts County had about 300 votes already, far more than anybody else. Last season's runners-up Stourbridge, they are also out. They lost to AFC Bournemouth. Actonians semi-finalists are also out. The only one of last year's semi-finalists, Wolverhampton Wanderers, are still through. So we are going to carry on, and if things go wrong this week, I will explore other ways of doing the tournament. But 32 teams remain in the in the summer knockout. They still include newly promoted sides: AFC Sudbury, Abingdon United, Chester Street Town, Notts County, Sutton Coldfield Town, Torquay United and Worthing. 7 of the 8 newly promoted sides still remain. The only one that missed out, FC United of Manchester. So 16 ties to draw in this second round. Same as before, the polls will go up at about 6:30 tonight. They will run through until 6:30 on Tuesday. So best of luck to the remaining sides. And first ball out is number 5, Cambridge City. Cambridge City, the first ball out. And they take on number 27, Southampton Women's. 27, Southampton Women's will face Cambridge City. Number 16, London Seaward. London Seaward, number 16, the next team out. And London Seaward face number 22, Portishead Town. Portishead Town, number 22. Number 9, Durham Sestra. Durham Sestra, number 9. The next team out. And they take on number 31, Wolverhampton Wanderers. Wolverhampton Wanderers, last year's semi-finalists, and they come out against Durham Sestra. Number 21, Notts County. Notts County, the side that knocked out defending champions Chesham. And they take on number 23, Rugby Borough. Rugby Borough was just down from the championship. And they have Notts County in the second round. Number 24, Chelsea. Chelsea, number 24, the next side out. And they take on number 20, Norton and Stockton Ancients. Norton and Stockton Ancients. The next team out, they'll be facing Chelsea. Number 19, Moneyfields. Moneyfields, the next team out of the hat. And they take on number 30, Torquay United. Torquay United against Moneyfields, two sides that will play each other in the first round in the Division 1 South West next season. And they're together in round 2. Number 32, Worthing, another newly promoted side. Worthing in Division 1 South East next season. And Worthing take on number 2, AFC Fylde. AFC Fylde against Worthing. Number 8, Chester Street Town. Chester Street Town of Division 1 North. Back into the FAWNL this year. And Chester Street Town take on number 17, Loughborough Lightning. Loughborough Lightning against Chester Street Town. Halfway through. Number 3, AFC Sudbury. AFC Sudbury, the next side out of the hat. And they will face number 12, Leafield Athletic. Leafield Athletic against AFC Sudbury. Number 10, Halifax. Halifax, the next side out. And they take on number 26. That's Solihull Moors. Solihull Moors, number 26, will come up against Halifax. Number 29, Sutton Coldfield Town. Sutton Coldfield Town, the next side out. And they face number 4 in Abingdon United. So two of the newly promoted sides come up against one another in round 2. Number 11, Hull City. Hull City with a great first round for them, knocking out Newcastle United. They take on number 28, Stockport County. Stockport County against Hull City in the next round. Number 6, Cambridge United. Cambridge United, number 6. And they will face number 15, London Bees. London Bees coming up against Cambridge United. Three ties to go. Number 1, AFC Bournemouth. AFC Bournemouth, who defeated Stourbridge in that first round. And they take on number 7, that's Chatham Town. Chatham Town, number 7, come up against AFC Bournemouth. 2 ties to go. Number 14, Liverpool Feds. Liverpool Feds, number 14. And they come up against number 18 in Milton Keynes Dons. Milton Keynes Dons up against Liverpool Feds. 1 tie left to be drawn. And it is number 25, that's Sheffield. Sheffield, number 25. And they will face number 13 in Leek Town. Sheffield against Leek Town. The final tie out in round 2. That will conclude the draw run through those ties for you again. So it's Cambridge City against Southampton Women's. It's London Seaward taking on Portishead Town. Durham Sestra against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Notts County against Rugby Borough. Selsey against Norton and Stockton Ancients. Moneyfields take on Torquay United. Worthing against AFC Fylde. Chester Street Town against Loughborough Lightning. AFC Sudbury against Leafield Athletic. Halifax against Solihull Moors. Sutton Coldfield Town will take on Abingdon United. Hull City will face Stockport County. It's Cambridge United against London Bees. AFC Bournemouth versus Chatham Town. Liverpool Feds against Milton Keynes Dons. And Sheffield against Leek Town. Those ties will be up at about 6:30 tonight, and they will run through until about 6:30 on Tuesday, and then we will have the round of 16 draw next Thursday. Best of luck to all teams involved. Get voting now, and thank you very much for watching this second round draw, which is this week's episode of the Women's Football Chat. I'll be back next Thursday at 6 p.m. with all the very latest. Goodbye.